Hey guys, it's me, Vinny, back with the fourth video of my 6-part NFL 2022 season wild card round predictions. And we get the second matchup on Sunday, the fourth matchup overall, the second NFC matchup, where the NFC North winning 13-4 Minnesota Vikings host the NFC 6 seed, the third place in the NFC East, New York Giants, who finished 9-7-1. Just like every other matchup this wild card round, these two have met before in the regular season, with the Minnesota Vikings having a last-second victory, 27-24 against the Giants, thanks to Greg Joseph's leg. And that was their eighth fourth quarter comeback this season. Of course, the biggest one being the 13-0 come from behind victory against the Indianapolis Colts. The less said about that, the better. But I look at this game, and I think this is a trap game for the Vikings. Even though the Vikings are 13-4, many people have viewed them as frauds this whole season. And the main reason being is that their defense is not good. Despite their high record, they actually finished with a negative point differential. And there's some instances where they got blown out. The Giants were very, very close against the Vikings in the regular season. The Giants had a very strong start to the season, but they kind of petered out a little bit. But again, sort of like the Seahawks, they did just enough to win enough games. And they're a playoff team. Sort of just like the Seahawks. A wonderful coaching job from Brian Daboll. In my personal opinion, he is the coach of the year, even more than Nick Sirianni, because at least the Eagles, I saw the Eagles winning the division. The Giants, most people saw as third or even last place in their division, one of the worst teams in the NFL. And he brought a new culture to this organization. Yvonne Thibodeau and Dexter Lawrence had an unbelievable season. Saquon Barkley had a great season too. And even Daniel Jones, he had an efficient season. I think the Giants, this team, if they get hot at the right time, this is not a team you want to be playing, especially with the Vikings. I think the Vikings, out of all the teams winning the division, I think they pose the biggest odds to lose, and I'm including the Buccaneers in that, mostly because I could easily see the Giants secondary shutting down Justin Jefferson and limiting Dalvin Cook, especially considering he got hurt in last week's game against the Chicago Bears, a game that, unless the Niners got more to lose to the Cardinals, that they basically already had the number 3 seed already. So yeah, these playoffs are unpredictable, and I see at least one of the road teams pulling out a victory. And I'm going to say it here: I think the New York Giants are going to beat the Minnesota Vikings in the U.S. Bank Stadium. I do. I think the Giants are going to move on to the divisional round against the Philadelphia Eagles, their NFC East arch rival. I know now some people are picking the Giants, like myself, or some people are picking the Vikings, but I understand Daniel Jones' first time in the playoffs as a starting quarterback, but this is also Brock Purdy's first time as a starting quarterback. This is also Trevor Lawrence's first time. This is also Justin Herbert's first time. It's a lot of quarterbacks' first time as a starting quarterback. And yeah, Kirk Cousins has been to the playoffs twice before. One with the then Redskins in 2015, and another time with the Vikings in 2019, where they upset the Saints and they got blown out against the Niners in the divisional round. I think the Giants are going to pull off the upset because I trust their defense will get it done in Minnesota. And I think the luck that the Vikings have had over the last several weeks will come to an end here. I don't think the Giants will go to the NFC Championship or anything, but I do think they will get the upset against the Minnesota Vikings, because I do think the Vikings are a little bit fraudulent. And I think the Giants are the team that could beat them. I mean, they were very close to doing it before. They could easily get the job done this time. So that's my thoughts, guys. I see the New York Giants pulling off the upset against the Minnesota Vikings in Minnesota and moving on in the divisional round. Do you think that's going to happen? Do you think I'm right? Do you think I'm wrong? Do you think the Vikings will win in the end? Who knows? I want to know what you have to say. Peace out.